And we're back one last time for today. One last EA conference video, one last E3 video for tonight. And in the time that we have been getting ready, that little wooden shack of King Flicks, oh, it's turned into a changeling goo glowy tree thing with a nice little entrance being worked on down in here. Get in the hole. Hello, sir. Are you coming out? Are you coming to check out Flick's Hive as well? How lovely for you. And then, well, where the hell's he going? And then, yeah, here we are in the crystal glowy tree thing. I don't know how Flick's got up there, but yeah. Oh, you're missing a leaf, by the way, dude. I'll just pop that there. There you go. So, that's nice. That's looking fine. I can't wait to see what else is gonna be made of that. Anyway, and he's making a little pathway. Anyway, we have one last game to talk about. Why are there horses on the roof? Okay then. But yeah, we've got one last one to talk about. One last one to do. One last one to be disappointed at. Because of course EA... It's EA, of course it's EA. Why would they not disappoint? So, this is of course Anthem, not Sea of Solitude. This is Anthem, being made by BioWare. So, yeah, Anthem. It's pretty bad. Well, the situation is pretty bad, I should say. So, first of all, it's BioWare's last attempt before EA kills them. Because remember, this is studio serial killer EA we're talking about. The same publisher that killed Visceral Studios. The same serial killer that closed Pandemic Studios. The same serial killer that closed Maxis. And many, many more. And with Mass Effect Andromeda not living up to EA's ludicrous expectations, it's BioWare's do or die time. And if Anthem doesn't do too well, it's going to be BioWare's neck next. Which unfortunately, it's looking like it is going to be BioWare's neck next. As everything that they said and everything that they showed off was vapid and empty and meant nothing, as everything they showed off was mostly 90% concept art that just kept playing on a continuous loop over and over and over. I mean, just watch this bit.
Early concept art. Hey, look at all the art. It's not actually rendered.
You've grown to love, or event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to.
Wait a minute. Are they still showing concept art?
Writing perspective, since you are the lead writer.
It's the same concept art.
Why are they showing concept art? Where's the actual
Well,
gameplay?
what's really exciting.
That's what everybody seems to be asking.
And not just
Destiny
the writers,
ripoff?
all of the devs, the
This is
designers,
so
the artists,
Destiny
You're
3.
ripping off Destiny
We're
or
creating something new and
Yeah,
mysterious
that's
for
what everyone's
players
saying in the
to
chat.
discover.
Where's my
So,
Xbox
at the
controller? I'm
heart
playing some
of
Sky.
the premise
Great law, warn campaigners.
And then once we do that, then we
Spyro,
kind of
how much
we go
gameplay
into
have
all
we
the rest of the
before?
stuff and what unlocks as creators.
A little bit of
Think about
flying around in the
style,
Warframe suit.
tone, and even the
So you dick
technology
around
and
in a
politics
suit.
But do you know what the
of
game actually is,
And
though?
then from there we can actually go into
Not
the
really. They
last
said that the
detail.
gods left these
Yeah, and
giant
the,
tools
unique
behind,
challenges
and
for Anthem is that
So,
oh, we're getting there. Hold on. Well, let's just replay the footage of flying around. Oh, sorry, no, that's enough. Back to early concept art. The same early concept art. It's the same fucking art over and over and over.
You know how you were talking about how you
Well,
said
yeah, you
EA
didn't
might disappoint us with Skate 4, saying that, you know...
It's the same art again. It's the same one from like 5 seconds ago.
Well,
I know
we're not going to
it
be
is.
disappointed by Skate 4 anymore because it doesn't exist apparently.
It's the same footage as well. They just keep looping the footage. They just keep looping the footage in the concept art.
Crazy piece. So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled.
Man,
disgraceful.
Man, that's some great concept art that you've got there, BioWare. Do you want to actually, I don't know, show the game off because you've been working on it for over 2 years? Do you want to actually show some footage and not just the 2 seconds of the fat Iron Man flying around? Do you want to actually show off anything other than the concept art? And as people have pointed out on Twitter, yeah, the EA conference was basically if you wanted to see what Anthem's art book is going to look like, and that's why I've called it the Anthem art book, as the graphics were pretty much 3 out of 5 non-fucking existent. And the graphics that were there, well, I mean, does it look familiar to you? Let me just slice the screen in half and give you a side-by-side right there. Ah, yes, sir. A mechanical Iron Man-style power armor suit. You're shooting and there's numbers coming off in a sci-fi theme, and you can customize. I'll just bring the customization part for Anthem. Oh, you can customize your robot, man, just like that one. Man, that's looking frighteningly like Destiny, a terrifyingly amount like Destiny, and they didn't really show anything off. We'll get into that in the gameplay because music is pretty much a 1 out of 5. They didn't play any music because they were too busy constantly showing off the concept art, so we didn't hear any of the music in game. And the gameplay that was there, much like the concept art, was on a continuous loop. And the footage that was there, well, it just kind of looked pretty bog standard to any other sci-fi adventure, action adventure shooty game like Destiny. You know, you're in the mech suit, well, not a proper mech suit, not like a Gundam with the big robot man or Diva's Evangelion mech. It's more of a Iron Man suit, but you know, you're there in the Iron Man suit, you're shooting aliens, and then the numbers come off the aliens, and as we showed in the graphics, it's pretty much Destiny, and they haven't done anything aside from a jetpack. They haven't done anything to decipher it from Destiny or make it so it stand out from Destiny. It's just another Destiny. It's basically just Destiny 3. It's even got the same whole shader thing again, as I showed off in the graphics. It's just got the same shader thing, and it's just bland and vapid. And then the things that people actually wanted to see, the 2 more unique classes, because in Anthem there are 4 classes. There is basically your Call of Duty soldier, the ranger. He has a mid-range assault rifle, automatic obviously, and like 76 he can move a bit faster. He's got a tactical visor and he can heal himself a bit. It's your basic standard Call of Duty soldier. It runs, it shoots, it's got a med kit. Standard, alright, well that's fine. Every game's got one of those. Call of Duty has obviously got its standard assault and not like a medic, for example. Team Fortress has the soldier, again a standard soldier. Overwatch has Soldier 76, and Paladins has Victor. We all need that basic tutorial character that we've all got to learn. That's fair enough. We'll roll with that. Then they show the tank. Again, that's fine. A lot of people like to play a warrior. They like to have a high defense and high damage. Myself in Skyrim, I always pick the warrior in Skyrim. I like to run up to things with two-handed weapons and bash their skull in. So, yeah, showing off the tank. The tank is great. The tank's fine. But then the 2 more interesting classes that people wanted to see, which is Storm and Insurgent, which Storm, we only get to see 2 seconds of them. Basically, they perform the spell from Kingdom Hearts Aero or Aeroga, where they surround themselves with some sort of windshield, and we get 1 shot of them shooting lightning. So it's clearly some sort of spellcasting class, some sort of mage or some sort of warlock, we don't know, but we definitely saw a defensive spell being cast in the form of the wind barrier and an aggressive spell being cast in the form of shooting a lightning bolt. That was interesting. People wanted to see that. Nah, sorry, can't show that. We've got to keep the Soldier 76 and the tank on constant loop. And then the other really exciting class that a lot of people were typing in the chat that they wanted to see, that they were excited for, was the Insurgent, who is basically the assassin. They move at an extremely fast speed, like a ridiculously fast speed. They dance around, perform dagger vortexes and things, and it's much like Warframe. If I play a clip of Warframe, it is, as you can see with the Warframe clip here, we are moving at an extremely fast speed with a dagger-like weapon. We are performing combos at an extremely fast speed, and the Insurgent is said to be like the Warframe, where you move at an incredible speed. People wanted to see that. They wanted to see this brand new, fast-paced, action-oriented gameplay, and the gameplay that we got shown off was this very stilted, stiff, just shooting. Like, if you watch just even the Ranger, because the Heavy is obviously going to have slower shots, the Tank is obviously going to have slower shots because they're going to hit harder, but even if you just watch the Soldier that's got a semi-automatic machine gun, basically, man, those bullets look like they're going pretty slow. That looks pretty shit, to be honest. It looks very standard, very boring. So the footage you showed just didn't excite anybody or didn't instill any kind of emotion in anybody, because the things that people wanted to see, well, you weren't showing them off. And then, of course, the things that you did see were on a continuous loop. You failed to mention that the Insurgent kind of looks like Genji colour-wise. Yeah, but the shaders change colour. Like, he starts off green, but you could probably have blue, pink and yellow. So I'm not too bothered about the colours, because again, it's just going to be like the shaders in Destiny, where you're going to change the colour. But yeah, it looks kind of slow, and I've lost my train of thought now. But yeah, so the things that people did want to see, you didn't show off. And then the things that you did show off, you didn't show off that much. Again, you just kind of had the Ranger and the Colossus flying through this tunnel on constant loop, going from the flying through the tunnel to going back to the concept art. Again, let me show you the clip where we all literally point out that they're just looping the footage.
You know,
it's the same art again! It's the same one from like 5 seconds ago!
Well, we're not going to be disappointed by Skate 4 anymore because it doesn't exist apparently.
It's the same footage as well, they just keep looping the footage! They just keep looping the footage in the concept art! Exactly past Spyro. So why, it's been in development for 2 years, so why have you not got like an entire mission to show off? So gameplay, 2 out of 5, it's looking pretty generic and pretty goddamn shit. So, yeah. As for your explanations, well, I guess they were a little bit better. As I say, you explained the classes, you told us what each class was like, but you didn't show it. And then you really didn't kind of explain the gameplay either. You just said, you fly down this corridor. Well, thank you for telling me I fly down this corridor. Do I need fuel for my jetpack? Do I have to activate my flight in a certain way? Is there areas I can't fly into? You just basically were saying the absolute most basic information, which is everything we kind of know from Warframe and Destiny. Warframe and Destiny, as it's basically a mashup of Warframe and Destiny and looks very scarily alike to Warframe and Destiny. The overall space-themed land looking a lot like the ruins of the planets in Destiny, and the robotic suits looking a lot like the robotic suits from Warframe. Some of them a little bit of Destiny, some of them a little bit of Warframe. So overall, kind of meh. Kind of no one cares. It's looking like it's going to be a failure. So final verdict, it's average. I'm not excited for it. A lot of other people have lost excitement for it. You didn't do a good job showing off this amazing game, so yeah, it just goes in the chest. Maybe it'll be alright when it comes out. I mean, Bungie has fucked up Destiny 2 something horrible, what with lying to people about XP systems, the whole Dawning event, locking trophies behind the Curse of Osiris DLC when they were originally free, the Warmind DLC basically changing the grind to make it almost impossible to get anything without buying the boxes. So Destiny's fucked up. Destiny and Bungie have fucked up something royally, and Destiny 2 is hemorrhaging players at an alarming rate. So Anthem could certainly be the thing that grips people. It could certainly be the new Destiny. And I have no doubt in my mind that once people see it, a lot of the Destiny players will migrate from Destiny to Anthem. But that's just because Destiny 2's gone to complete shit. But in terms of like all these new fans like myself that you're trying to win and trying to engage in and trying to get them to be like, oh, it's the good chest, it's good, I can't wait to buy that shit. No, you haven't instilled faith into anybody that you were aiming to instill faith in. You only kind of instilled faith in a couple of Destiny players that are just leaving Destiny because Destiny's gone to absolute trash. So yeah, it was so that's it. That's everything. No games in the good chest. Yes, there is. Oh, it's because it's an ender chest. You can't see the good games in there. But yeah, in the good chest there is, just for console, in the good chest so far, there is Has Been Hotel, Paladins on the Switch because it's getting a bit of crossplay, Unravel 2 and Sea of Solitude. But yeah, that's it for the EA press conference. Hooray! We've done arguably the worst conference out of them all. Yeah, we don't have to throw ourselves in the pit out of depression anymore because, let's face it, that was the worst one. That was probably the most boring and the worst one that we're going to have to suffer through. But it's nice to get the shit out of the way first because now we got Bethesda. We're going to get to see footage of Fallout 76, which is apparently online and is going to be great. We're going to have a look at the Star Walker or Stellaris or whatever it's called, which is like Skyrim in space. So that's going to be great. We've got Nintendo announcing Smash Brothers, the Octo expansion. It's gonna be great. We've got Sony announcing my own personal Reignited trilogy. We've got all of the good stuff to come. So it's nice that we took the shit horse out into the field and shot it first, because now we've got all of the good stuff to come. So yay, we've passed the worst one. That we've surmounted the mountain, and now it should be a fun downhill ride from here. So thank you all for watching this first day of E3, even though only excruciating arseholes had their press conference. But tomorrow we have Bethesda, Microsoft and Devolver Digital, so we'll be having 3 to cover, and there'll be a lot more stuff to go over tomorrow. So if you enjoyed all of today's content, then do please feel free to leave a like on the videos. It does help out. If you don't want to miss out on all of tomorrow's discussions about the games and the press conferences and the live reactions, do please feel free to subscribe and ding the bell so the notifications go through. And there are links down below to the public Discord where you can come in and have a chat, as well as get into the Minecraft server and build lovely things like Flick has over there and Alex has over there. And of course there is also a link to my Twitter if you want to see my thoughts on each conference as they're being recorded in live time, and a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support me further. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you tomorrow, Parrot. I'll see all of you tomorrow for day 2 of E3. Say goodbye, everybody.